Like the other Kingdom Hearts collections, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue features 2 games in one movie. First we have Kingdom Hearts HD Dream Drop Distance. Dream Drop Distance takes place after the events of Kingdom Hearts Coded and is by far the most frustrating and worst game in the entire Kingdom Hearts series. Here you play as both Riku and Sora, who are in separate dream worlds while at the same time visiting the same people and places. This game follows the formula Birth by Sleep, which I feel is the best game in the series. But it adds tons of gimmicks, wastes your time, and is the least inspired title in the series to date. Here, like in Birth by Sleep, all of your special attacks are in decks that increase in size as you level up. You fill the slots with moves and magic you get from shops and off of enemies. You visit 7 boring locations, most of which you've seen before in past games. And by most, I mean practically all but 2. Voided the Disney charm almost completely. Just generic feeling worlds, killing generic feeling Dream Eaters, and getting through this overcomplicated and unnecessary story that doesn't get interesting until the very end of this 20-hour game. Again, you play as Riku and Sora. You go back and forth and you go through the same places like in Birth by Sleep. But unlike Birth by Sleep, nothing but the story and bosses are different for the 2. You're practically just playing the levels twice. But that isn't the worst part. The worst part of this game is its gimmicks. There's a drop mechanic here where once the time's up, you're forced to go back and play as Sora or Riku. You're literally timed at every single moment of the game, and we all know timers are the most fun thing in video game history to deal with. P.S. Sarcasm. That was sarcasm. They're not fun. They never were fun. They never will be fun. And for how much the series loves to annoyingly not want to interrupt combat with something actually useful like checking menu options, tutorials, or looking at the map, it has no problem when it comes to plucking you out to force you to play as the other character. And the worst part is it doesn't save your battle progress. Whether it's regular enemies or bosses, you have to start all over again once that character's turn again. It's awful. I understand you wanted me to go through the story evenly, but at the very least don't allow drops to happen until I die or until a battle is over. One gimmick I don't mind but again feels unnecessary is the ability to link with a spirit. These are essentially Pokemon sidekicks that join your party and allow you to do their attacks or team up with them mid-battle. You can play with them, pet them, name them, but again completely unnecessary. The only improvement here over the past game is you dive with the challenge instead of doing the gummy ship mini games, but it isn't a large improvement. It's also not fun. And the icing on the cake here is the final boss sequences are just as cheap as they've always been, if not more. One in particular can poison you, as well as drain your health without warning, and refill theirs fully with this drained health like you did no damage at all. Take a wild guess what happens when they do that move and you're poisoned. And these final bosses aren't the only cheap bosses here. Since these genius developers thought it was a great idea to add the timer to the game, they also thought it would be a great idea to make some boss battles in giant open arenas with bosses that do ranged attacks that you have to chase. While they run away from you, go up to the ceiling and teleport around. It's no fun, none of it. Watch the movie on YouTube to get the story. Don't play this game. Next is the best part of the collection, Kingdom Hearts Point 2 Birth by Sleep, A Fragmentary Passage. Point 2 is the sequel to both Dream Drop Distance as